Hello there folks, Cinnamon Swirl Squirrel here and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a bright and happy Thursday, and yep, second video for today. I know, it's weird, but you know, we've got a little bit of news to cover. With the Summer Bash coming out and also the big patch that they released, it's got a lot of quality of life and also a lot of just bug fixes and general things like that. So we're going to go over that a bit. I am going to be covering the Summer Bash first here, and then actually during stream today, Phlinger and I covered the patch notes over there. I only have the patch notes part of it here because I done goofed and had technical issues, so that's why I'm recording this part by myself here. But if you want to catch the full stream, because we cover the Summer Bash, the patch notes, and also we go out and about and get a bunch of stuff done. We also managed to find some of the penguins, which we will cover in this, and craft a few things from the event. I will pop a link in the video description to take you straight to the stream, so that if you want to see us cover both the bash and the patch notes and also the rest of the stream, then you can catch the whole thing. So make sure that you have some snacks and or beverage and sit back and let's cover this. So, welcome to another edition of the Community Crunch. Sun's out, dinos out. Pack your floaties and slap on that dino safe sunscreen. Summer Bash makes a quick splash. Makes a splash next week, bringing all the fun and fireworks you can handle, whether you're kicking back on the beach with a chilled Kalian soup or reeling in a trophy-sized saber-toothed salmon with style. It's almost time to party like it's 2015, but with way more emotes. Get ready, survivors, your ultimate arcation is about to begin. So, the Summer Bash launched on the 2nd, which was yesterday, technically. And yeah, I am enjoying this. The fish look hella colourful and actually like salmon, which is really good, like with the color variations and things like that, so that's really cool. I also like the little floral decal. I don't have one of those yet, but I will be crafting one for sure. We've got the shark head up here. I don't know if you can see that quite easily or not, but we've got the shark head trophy up there, and there is the kind of super soaker turret gun, along with a bunch of other things that is cool and involved in the event. So, event dates. The start is the 2nd, which was yesterday, and it's all the way through to the 16th of July. Event rates have changed. Obviously, that is for official servers, and if people want to copy it over onto their single player or their private servers, they can adjust their own rates and things. But event creatures, slidey and slippy Kairukus, they are definitely slip and slide. Those things are tricksy to kill because they don't have a level either. They're separate from the Kairuku and not quite like the dodos either. Like, dodos had a level, they were just walking around with their party hats on. But the slidey and slippery Kairuku, they don't have their level, and they actually have a full-on slip and slide animation. Like, these things were, we found them up near the frozen pond in Ragnarok, the one that's just above Viking Bay. And they were like full on scooting themselves off the ledge and down onto lower levels. Apparently you can find them out with the frozen biome, We didn't see any other ones other than the ones that were down the back of the cliff area. Again, you can see that on stream. But the frozen pond, there's like a kind of natural pathway down of sorts. And you kind of leave snow biome to get to a mountainous region, and it's straight up and down, basically. It's quite steep. So yeah, that means they're able to slip and slide quite effectively. And they even have, it looks like, you know, like if they were to skim across the water, it looks like they've got little splish splashes coming out behind them. It's really good. And so you get the popsicles, and you collect those popsicles. There's only one type of popsicle. It looks like a kind of tropical ice lolly, and you collect those and you get a whole host of stuff, event skins and other things that you can craft up with these. Event chibis are the ammonite, the Cnidaria, manta, plesiosaur, so a lot of water creatures. The straw hat otter I have not seen. I would love to see, because that just sounds incredibly adorable. And the deal with it dodo, I haven't seen that either, but it's definitely a thing that I need to get, because again, I just really want to see it. It sounds incredible. And I don't really know what it means by it, you know? Like, I don't know if it's like holding a sign or wearing a t-shirt. I can't imagine it would be a lot of those things though, because they don't really have like the t-shirts or anything that dinos can wear. But it'll be interesting to see what it eventually turns out like. We have event items and structures and resources. So you've got the candies that give everything different colors. Again, they've got the colors from the event, which we'll cover down there. The shark jaw trophy, which we saw from the photo, and it's quite big as well, and you can put it on the walls and mount them and stuff, and it's really, really quite good looking. A fisherman's wall mount trophy for the coelacanth, for the piranha and salmon, so that's really cool, and they would be really interesting to craft up as well. Event skins, gone fishing, swimsuit, and so we've got a bunch of swimsuit tops and bottoms and shorts and shirts, and they all look really, really good, and they are fully colorable as well, so you can have ones for whichever color palette you want to go for. It's really quite good, and you and your friends can have the same shirt but look different. The gone fishing one is quite good. I haven't seen the captain's hat yet, actually. I'll have to go back in and look at that, because I totally spaced that it was even there, so I didn't think to look for it again. But having like a little otter, or you know, another little shoulder pet with the captain's hat on would be really quite good. The fishing top, so the fishing top, and these three make you look like an angler, basically, like you're going out and actually going fishing. They're not just a skin. Well, they are a skin, but it's not like, you know, the Hawaiian shirt vibe or anything. The fishing boots look like the little welly boots that only come up to your ankles. They look really, really good, and true to form. The fishing pants are kind of like shorts. They're not waders, unfortunately. They do call them, well, actually they called the fishing boots waders, I think, but they don't look like waders. I thought they were going to be like, you know, those things that come halfway up your waist and that you can go fishing in deep water with, but it's not. It's shorts. And the top genuinely looks like the, oh, what do you call them? The body warmer top that has all the pockets that you see people fishing with. And there's also a fishing hat, which looks really good with you know, like, I think it's got like one or two bits of bait or tackle or whatever on there. But the flower crown looks very, very pretty. I haven't crafted one yet, but it's on my list, as well as the flower ankle boots. I didn't see those either. I need to try all this stuff out. I'll need to activate it on my single player, and we'll need to go around and see what we get. The fishing chair, which looks like one might think a fishing chair would look like. It's really quite good. And the tackle box is a new thing as well, which is really quite good. The squirt gun auto turret just looks fabulous, and it looks so great when it's activated. Especially as well with the heavy auto turret. It looks really, really good. The sportsman spear gun I haven't seen yet, but I'm interested to see. The fishing rod skin I haven't seen either. But again, would be really cool. The gone fishing swimming shorts and bottoms and shirts and stuff, they look really, really good. I have to say, they look really good. The Alpha Raptor one also looks quite good. I actually crafted one of those on stream. Eel ones, some of these ones, they're kind of reminiscent to the ones that you got in ASE, so they are very, very good. Floral swimming shorts and skins are also very good, and again reminiscent. And the Ichthy, I think the Ichthy is actually wearing, maybe it's not, maybe it's I think it's the Alpha Raptor one, and the Alpha Raptor is actually wearing a fishing hat, which is really quite good. I haven't seen all of these. Gigapoop ones, T-Rex shorts and bottom skin set, jellyfish, fish bite shorts and bottom skins, floaty ones, the crab fest ones, which also look quite like the ones from ASE, and they're really quite nice. Alpha Raptor, which is what we just said, and they've split these up, so some of them are doubled because it covers the tops and the bottoms. The inflatable Rex costume is back, so you can squeak, squeak, squeak your way anywhere that you step. Have fun. They also have a shark costume though, which is really cool, which I think is further down there. But yeah, so you can literally have a Rex fighting a shark as you goof around with your friends. The sunglasses are nice. They have two different versions though. Yeah, there you are, the retro ones. So you have the ones that kind of looked like the ones in ASE with the sunglasses, and then you have these ones which are you have like the legs of them, but the around the lenses is frameless, and it's two-toned, which is nice. Again, there you go, angler hat, and the summer straw hat, which is also very good. Hover sail print shirt. That sounds interesting. I haven't seen that either, but I'll have to look. Again, more shirts, like Hawaiian shirt. Uncle Sam hat. I don't think I've seen that either. That sounds like it'd be really good. Shadowmane fishing print shirt. We definitely have to have a look at that. We'll definitely have to do an episode where we go find the ice pops and try some of these out, because they sound really, really good. The pineapple sunglasses, Phlinger was actually wearing those at the end of stream. They look awesome. They really, really do. The sun visor looks good. Some of these ones, again, well, the pineapple ones, I'm sure. Oh no, it's not in here. Okay, I thought it was. Yeah, look, there's your straw hat. I think that one is. The tackle box and the super oh no, that's the spear gun. There you go, a spear gun that looks like a super soaker. And that'll be your fishing rod one, and the chair there. Oh, sorry, I've not gone far up enough on there. But yeah, so there's the turret. There's the fishing rod, the straw hat, the little flower decal for your head, and the bracelet I can't see your boots though, so I'll have to look for those. There's your kind of like ankle or shin height welly boots, and there's your shorts, although you can't really see them that well, and you can kind of see the jacket there and over here. But yeah, they look really, really good. And then let's see what else we have. So the fireworks hat. I don't think I've seen the fireworks hat. I'll need to look for that. The Sarko saddles, look, they're like Crocs. They look quite cool. The puka shell bracelet, again, I don't think I've seen that. There you go, shark costume, grilling spatula, flare guns, the torch sparkler. I love this skin. Phlinger hates it, but I absolutely adore this skin. It just, I don't know, it just gives you a reminiscent feeling of when you were a kid and using sparklers. It just looks so good. I'm not entirely sure whether you can paint them. That would be interesting to see though. Flying disc, rocket launchers, balloon swords, balloon axe, balloon pick, water pistols, Dino Uncle Sam hat, which is good. A cooler? I'm not sure if that's perhaps like a preserving bin, maybe? The barbecue grill would be quite good. I wonder if that's like an indie grill type thing. And then you get the new emojis. Sit, which sounds quite simple. I wonder how you do actually sit in it though. You know, like what position you're in. And then also this big, I don't know if like your arms move like really wide apart or whatever. Air guitar. Phlinger actually demonstrated that on stream. And then you've got the colors. I always love seeing what colors they come up with. So we've got, sorry, too far down again. We have the yellow and light yellow, and some of we actually seen on stream what'd you call it, a sheep, and the sheep that are yellow, I think it's the light yellow, genuinely look like they've just been peed on. They do. They look like they've been peed on. The teal was out in force today. We saw an elephant and stuff like that with the teal. It's a really nice color, along with the turquoise, which is also very nice. The leaf green looks fabulous, along with the jade. And I think I seen a Diplo with either the coral or the peach on there, which looked really, really nice as well. And I do like your kind of, as long as it's not too screaming, the kind of coral, peach, light orange, light pink sort of stuff, you know, like your kind of tropical punch colors, or sunset colors. I really quite like those. Light red is nice, although I think the light red and light pink, I wonder if they're the ones that you got in the later Love Evolved ones, because those, some of the reds that you got for those were nice. I'm not too keen on the stark red ones or the Dayglow pink things, but the kind of softer toned ones I do quite like. Although on stream we did see an Anki, and it was a higher level Anki that literally looked like like an American flag Anki. It was great. Red, white, blue, and it genuinely looked like a mascot for the States. And then it gives you some instructions here, so you can it shows you here how to activate them on your single player or dedicated server here, or on an unofficial server. I know that we have the summer bash and the birthday bash still on our servers, because you can run them simultaneously, so that's always positive. Because now we get a great selection of colors, and we still get the party dodos, which is nice because, you know, like the taming and imprinting bonus and all that. And it's always nice when they put the instructions here. So yeah, So now that you've seen this part, and I will be tacking on the part that I recorded earlier, it's always really nice when they include the how-tos on how to do these. Because, you know, like sometimes they'll put up the actual stuff, but not how to do it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the Summer Bash because it sounds really, really great. Okay. So that is the solo part of this endeavor over and done with. That is us covered the Summer Bash. So next you are going to hear the recording of the part of the stream that I did with Phlinger as we cover the patch notes and all that has to offer. And there is some really good stuff in there. So stay tuned, folks.
All right, so starting off the first little bits. All right, phoenixes are now breedable. That's, I mean, I understand that, you know, everybody wants to breed their phoenixes and stuff like that, but it's cool that they added it in. I'm not going to, any additional content like that, that's good stuff. Just not wicked high on my priority list. Ankylosaurus and Dunkleosteris have been given an extra option called Harvest Only, which, when enabled, will only harvest the resource selected. This is actually kind of huge. What do you think about this, Jay?
I saw that last night. I thought that was really, really cool. The fact that you can literally just select the resource you want to have, because Ankies, I don't know about Dunkies, I haven't really worked with Dunkies, but Ankies are good for stone, flint, and metal. So
right.
If you can just go for the one that you're looking for, because I know that sometimes I just need flint, and I can't harvest enough of it. So
right, and with this resource now we'll be able to actually just say, all right, only get metal, only get flint, only get stone, which is going to be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that.
Exactly, silver and axle, yeah.
And you can even toggle it while mounted. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Ankylosaurus and Doedicurus will no longer stop auto-harvesting as long as they are grabbed, and currently even when slot capped.
Mm-hmm.
So while you're got one and you're dragging it around with an Argent, it'll just keep harvesting and harvesting and harvesting until your Argent can't carry anymore. Mm-hmm. And they say, and currently, which lets me know that this is something that will eventually get turned off. Although I bet this will probably be sticking around forever because they'll probably get through and go, okay, let's turn it off now. And then they turned off, and then all the Jedi will unite and rise up against them and cry out in horror, and then they'll put it back in. So this, now that they put it like this is forever in here, just so they know.
Probably anticipated, but it might be because they can only do specific resources at a time. I don't know. But beavers don't tend to over harvest a whole bunch of extra stuff. I get that sometimes like berries and things can accumulate, but they don't harvest too much thatch, I don't think.
Right, and then also a crystal on an Anky as well. So yeah.
Yeah. It might be still coming though.
Yeah. Okay, equipped armor durability is now displayed on the extended HUD. This is kind of cool. All right, so where now you can get a brief, just quick glance at your durability for your armor. That's nice. Mm-hmm. That's one of those things for, hey, should I go do this stupid thing? And then you just do a quick glance and go, yeah, our armor's good. Or, you know, your armor's like got a little shred just barely hanging on, and you go, yeah, let's do this. Hold my beer. Right? Yeah, that's one of those moments.
Also nice to see that they are scaling things, so the movement for certain things.
Oh, yeah. The Quetzal movement speed has been increased by 15%. That is massive right there. Mm-hmm. Quetzals are always so slow. I love each one just got a mini, like, little tiny TLC little bit added onto it. I like that. So the Spinosaurus got more health by 15%. Mammoth got more health by 20%, which is, I mean, hello, they were already doing bosses before, and now, right? The Brontosaurus, 10%. Pyromane and Flame Dot, this right here is more of a nerf, has been reduced to 20 seconds from 30. I wonder if it does the same amount of damage in 20 seconds compared to 30, but it just takes less time to tick.
Because this is going to affect their taming, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be a buff if kept the same amount of damage, it was just reduced the time it took to actually apply that damage. That'd be a buff. Fasilasuchus damage scaling has been increased by 20%. That's necessary. Dreadmare's damage scaling has been increased by 30%. I don't have much experience with the Dreadmare. I just don't like devil horses. But yeah.
Basilisk damage scaling has been reduced by 20.
Okay. All right. Rhino Enough the saddle has been clamped to 74.5 on official servers. That is okay. I don't play on official servers, but having a 150 armor Rhino Enough the saddle, yeah, come on, people.
PvP servers we don't really play on, but this all buffs from the tribe tower have been doubled. This can further be tweaked by unofficial servers using the configs. On PvP enabled servers, weapons can no longer be equipped by mounted players on Megalania, Rock Drakes, and Ravagers. Well, that's annoying.
Right. Oh man. Okay. So. All right. So on PvP enabled servers. So if you're playing,
that's on.
I wish they would have separated this instead of, you know, if they would have made it a checkbox, so where you could enable it and disable it on your servers. But it's like on our servers, we play on PvP. And we like to be able to use our
for like cryopods and for also like the babies.
And also on Rock Drake, so you can actually use a long neck.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yep, right. You have to be in PvE mode for that. That okay, it makes sense, but now
it sucks.
They need to start making it more of a checkbox and less of, hey, if you have PvP enabled, this is hard coded into the PvP. Framework. Yeah, they need to. Oh, okay, all right. I'm 50-50 on that one. All right, Tesla Coil's Bright Mode has been reworked to apply 99% slow instead of a stun, eliminating dismounts and flyer grounding. Okay. The Yeeling, a bunch of stuff with the Yeeling can now use Tanaboa Venom as well as Nameless Venom to poison enhance feathers. Okay.
Ooh.
Right.
That's
the Yeelings. Cool. Yeah, the Yeeling's feather enhancements that last for 10 minutes, up from 5, so they doubled it. Damage scaling has been increased by good. They needed a little bit extra damage. They're good, but they just needed that little extra oomph. What?
They nerfed poison wyverns. Why?
Yeah, congratulations.
Why?
Well, everybody has memories of, you know, doing anything around a wyvern and then they don't even see what's going on. Next thing you know, red text across the top of the screen, you've been killed by a poison wyvern.
By 40%. So now the lightning and fire wyverns will still do a crap ton of damage, but poison wyverns have been nerfed by 40%. I don't think that's right.
Well, to be fair, in PvP, and that's probably why they did this, once again, PvP, if you're good with a poison wyvern breath weapon, that thing's it's a snipe. It's pretty dangerous.
Well, that was its purpose as well, though. Like,
right,
I'm sorry,
exactly.
I know that you can sometimes get one-shotted by them, but that's luck and or get good.
Right, and also, Passing Wind has one that needs to be added to this. All right, Wyvern Milk no longer requires an ID, must be 21. Consuming Wyvern Milk now applies a 5-minute cooldown. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's a nerf, but it's kind of cool. Wyvern Milk buff duration has been reduced to 2 minutes from 3. That's another nerf. Does not apply to raising babies. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see, we're going to be skimming through some of these. Torpor applied by clubs and Equus Unicorn should now penetrate armor more effectively, similarly to ASE. Good.
That's good.
That is good.
So I can chase Phlinger with a club and it'll be fine.
Right, exactly.
Fixed most cases where projectiles could pass through tech and force fields. Okay. Ooh. Lightning Wyvern's breath no longer destroys armor durability. It can still kill you, but it's not going to wreck your armor.
Right, so if you accidentally jump off mid-breath, your armor's not destroyed as well. You're dead, but your armor's not destroyed.
No, that is fine, because the lava will take care of the rest of
it.
Right. Mech blueprints have been re-enabled in the tinkering desk.
Yeah, people were using that. They were creating god tier mechs. It was stupid.
The beam attack from mechs wearing a Power Rangers Megazord costume has been reduced by approximately 20%.
Yeah, I haven't used the Power Rangers mod, so... Yeah.
Door structures no longer exert enemy foundation control. I don't get that. But then I don't play PvP like on official or anything, so. And then the training dummy placement limit has been reduced to 20 from 150.
Yeah, they were using those. From what I gather, they were causing just a ton of lag and such like that, and so yeah.
Training dummy can no longer be placed on platform saddles. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I don't know what they were using that for, but that sounds interesting. All right, telekinesis skill can now access tribe-owned creatures' inventories. Okay, that's one of the new skills. The tech bunker stack size reduced from 5 to 1. Increase the chance of heat. Oh, man.
On scorched earth. Okay,
well, this is good. This actually makes more sense. And it's nice to see them actually adjusting this, because Heat Wave was one of the least weather events that you had on Scorched Earth, but there was required for taming the Phoenix. And you rarely had one. So, yeah. And now it's going to be more often. That's good.
Owners of a template hammer building template can now destroy it via the multi-use wheel. Thank goodness. Because that was the one where you had to, like, that was the one that was, like, in the Highlands that people couldn't destroy it.
Yeah, and then a logical, I absolutely agree with you. You know, a lot of these adjustments and stuff like that, the patch notes I agree with, but a lot of things, instead of just like hard baking into PvP, they do need to give us checkboxes instead. You know, if they want to put it on their server, just make it a checkbox and enable it on their server so it's in that PvP area, but allow us to fine tune it so where we can play however we want to in the game.
Especially
that's what I'm for.
Yeah, I hate it yeah, I agree with the checkbox thing, because official server PvP tends to wreck things for everybody else that plays the game. Because they broad code it to everything, and it's just really frustrating. Because there's been so many instances where things have been either nerfed or removed or changed purely because people on PvP servers are taking advantage of it. So
yeah, exactly, and that's just always a shame. I mean, that's how you have, like, you know, 30% of the players ruining it for everybody else. So because that's basically how many, you know, the PvP versus the PvE versus the solo is. So
yeah.
All right, a lot of Veilwind stuff. Friends now transfer harvested resources. We need to tame one of these, Jay.
Yeah.
All right, Veilwind's Tundra power now also increases range damage. Added tech saddles to Drakeling's Dragon Horde. All right, so now out of the Drakelings, the horde that you get from them, you can now get tech saddles. That's kind of cool. Just the Drakeling's Dragon Horde chest to drop slightly less tech items. This is something I had heard about, where if you, and then also, yeah, you were taking tamed creatures, raising up the babies, and then harvesting them with the Drakeling, and then getting a bunch of quick and easy tech items. So that's no longer allowed.
Nope. That's not
cool.
What the intent was for, so.
The Gift of Knowledge is the Drakeling's ability to store XP and then impart that XP onto your tames. That's what the Gift of Knowledge ability is.
I agree, passing, but we're just getting to that one. So they've added Archelon, Gigantoraptors, and Rhinognatha spawns to Rag. Why? Just leave it alone.
Well, the Archelon's good. Nah. Come on. Jay doesn't like Rhinognatha.
I think they're
Hey, thanks for the Prime sub, Cullis. Yeah, Giga Chickens on Rag, right?
Right? No, I don't like the Rhinognatha. I think they're OP and just no purpose to them other than wrecking your gameplay.
And this one right here, the next one is huge. You want to read that one, Jay?
Yeah. They've added blue gems, fungalwood, agaravic mushrooms, and auric mushrooms to Rag, which is great because we're now onto the Rag changes and fixes. That's excellent because I know certainly our players have been like, yes, crabs, and it's like, no blue gems.
Right?
So
I know, there was no point to even taming a crab because you couldn't put a saddle on it.
Yeah, for real. So that's really good. Because some of the harvesting wood skill tree things usually have like a slash fungal wood, so they can add to that as well. Fixed bisons not respawning correctly.
You know, I hope they fix the Drakelings not spawning correctly in single player.
I haven't seen
that sucks.
I haven't seen anything.
I know, I haven't seen it either.
Yet.
I've been skimming ahead while we're reading.
Hey,
all right, fix.
Hey,
what?
None of that. None of that.
Hey.
Fix the temperature not rising during the day. That
good. Was huge. I remember in the Highlands when we started, and it was just ice cold the entire day.
I know. We had for first-time players or like early level 1 players coming in and dying like 5 times before they reached calm because it was just constantly freezing in the Highlands.
Oh, this one is huge, and I've covered this on stream a couple times. Fixed daytime transition audio stinger, not respecting audio sliders. Like midstream, and the the bagpipes come up, and it just dominates everything. It's like boom, there you go. It is now midday. Congratulations and good luck. Enjoy your hearing.
Yeah. Fixed overly red morning and sunset events. That's great because sometimes you would be just out, and I even think it was on my today video, and the whole map just turned red, and it's like, what? Yes, Dixie, they are. Don't be so excited. I'm peeved. Fixed Dreadmare's Dark Altar not working. Again, I don't have much experience with the Dreadmares, so I'm not really sure what that fixed, but fixed Pyroman being killed to
Dungeon.
Yeah, apparently
Words
my coffee is not
sometimes,
kicking in
right?
this morning. Right. Jungle Dungeons Lava. Well, that makes sense, because if they don't die in like the volcano or the trench, they shouldn't be dying in a jungle dungeon. Not to lava anyway. Fixed rafts getting stuck traversing on parts of the ocean.
We encountered that so hard.
So much. So hopefully we can... Actually, I would like to take the raft out and about today then, so we can test that out. Reduce weather event frequency, which is nice. I like the rainstorms, and it makes it better for taming pyromanes because it douses them. But I know that it gives people a whole bunch of lag, because every time a weather event starts, it freaks out some people's systems, so that's good. I didn't know this was a thing, because I haven't really been in the snow biome much, but fixed no snow falling during rain event in the snow biome.
Well, I like my snow. Immersion. Oh, wait, the whole SpongeBob rainbow above his head. Immersion, right? Exactly. I love the immersion.
Fixed missing rain VFX during electrical storms. Okay.
Right.
Enhance the no build radius outside of the labyrinth to prevent players from blocking it. So again, asshat PvP players.
And also forget, there is pillar spam on, a lot of the official PvE servers, which is stupid.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really block that.
But that's how they PvP on a PvE server.
Yeah,
it's
that's
stupid.
Specific.
But yeah, just
players
bad people
being
doing bad
asshats.
things.
Yeah. Added missing crystal nodes, which is nice. Fixed some palm fronds that were not pick-upable. Good.
That was your complaint the other day.
No, I haven't come across the palm fronds not being pick-upable, but that's good because that's what Rag was known for, is everything on the beach was pick-upable, so that was really good. Fixed incorrect sapling scaling in the redwoods. Okay. Fixed missing textures in the labyrinth. I haven't been there, so I'm not sure.
We will be.
How well that got
fixed.
We will be,
and I am eagerly awaiting the moment Jay goes into the labyrinth and she goes full Scottish mode in there. It's gonna happen, just so you guys know.
Fixed cases where underwater clutter would appear on land. Well, that's not good. I mean, I've not seen that yet, but that's not good. Fix the entire map appearing covered in snow after dying in the boss arena. That I haven't had either, but that's fun.
It's like, congratulations, you died.
Right? Now you get Christmas.
Right, no, now you're stuck in, in a never-ending snowish hell. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. You shouldn't have died, right?
Right? Silver, that's what I said. It unlocks Christmas mode. You may have died, but you unlocked Christmas. It's fine. Fixed water appearing darker or brighter depending on camera angle. Okay.
Right.
Fixed several trees that were missing collision and could not be harvested. I didn't really come across that, but the next two are massive. I spent time complaining about these in my videos. The several rocks that were missing collision, that's great, because you could walk through some of those rocks.
Right.
And then fix several supply crates spawning in the mesh.
Right. See, I haven't experienced this, but then again, I only have a stream. You have the solo series on RAG. I don't, so I haven't experienced a bunch of little things like this. Well, I mean, I'm only doing the streaming series right now.
But what was it? The first stream that we all did on there, we tried to access a loot crate, and it was just dug into.
Yeah.
So the one on my video yesterday literally only had the top of the drop coming out, but sometimes all it took was one leg being too far into the rock. Everything else was accessible, but the one leg was stuck in the rock, and it wouldn't let you access it.
I can just picture one of those loot drops coming down and go, "Oh no, I twisted my ankle. You can't have anything in me. No, go away. I'm here."
So when you come across a yellow drop that's ringed and one leg's in the rock and it won't let you have it, oh, swear words will be being said.
I can imagine. All right.
Okay,
so fix the issue that caused players to get teleported out of Salt Vale's lighthouse. I haven't encountered that, but that does sound very frustrating.
Where is Salt Vale?
I'm
Which
not
lighthouse
sure.
is that?
I believe Salt Vale is the one that's over... Isn't that the one that's on the far east side island? I think it might be.
I'm not sure. I haven't... That's the thing. Like, I know the areas, but I don't really pay attention to the names of places.
Right. Okay.
Fixed light showing through landscape at Hibber's Summit. Again, don't know where Hibber's Summit is, but nice that they fixed it.
This is my favorite one of the entire one. Various visual tweaks.
Right.
I love that. That's great.
And fixed various mesh holes. So I'm hoping that the Highlands is a little bit more traversable now that we have collision and mesh holes fixed for rocks.
Right, and we're not going to cover all these bug fixes, although there are some good ones. Fix Bice's damaging thatch when mounted.
The first one there, the fix the case where changing settings in game could cause actors to appear invisible. That happened to a few of our people.
We have screenshots in Discord of people being like, "I'm naked and I'm invisible. All you see is my tube top." And it's like, what?
This might also have been causing some of the lag. Fixed issues that cause structures to render on clients slower since 5.5. This might also be
right
what's
there
causing...
probably fixed a lot of the lag.
Yeah.
Because there was people that were having a lot of visual lag.
Yeah.
Which is, it's good that they're working on stuff like this. I mean, patch notes this massive right after Ragnarok, this is the stuff that Wildcard needs to be doing. This is good. This is good work. I mean, honestly, I'm
fixing
excited.
What they have instead of just pumping out new stuff and being like, but we gave you new stuff.
Yeah, well, a lot of, to put it bluntly, I mean, a lot of the stuff they've been doing is like, hey, new mod, new mod, new mod. Hey, look, there's new mods. You can buy it in the store. New mod. Hey, new mod that you can buy. You can buy this one. This one's free, but you can buy these ones. But now they're actually, hey, this is the game. We're working on the game. We're getting the game running tip-top shape. This is what players want to see. They don't want to see the next mod that they can buy. They want to see this stuff, and I like
fixes, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I also got what is it? This fix some kill milestone cases where progression was not counting with some creature variant. That was a thing, but there was another one in there. There it is. Fixed an issue that could cause incorrect new milestones to appear when partially completing multiple branches. I got that once.
Really?
Yeah, like I completed one, and it was like, but you're still on the old page because you have parts of things, and I was like, But then when I completed the other one, it didn't give me it. I was like, you suck. Fixed tracker skill highlighting low yield oil rocks in the ocean. So the Veilwind is able to be deployed on Aberration, so that's something that can go to Aberration, which is nice.
Well, the only one is not, it doesn't naturally spawn on, as far as I know, is the island. And it's supposed to be able to just go to all the other maps.
What is their issue with the island with this, though? That's
the island is balanced around not having the additional creatures. While the other ones, it's basically they just give it a free-for-all.
Yeah, well, you know what? It would have been nice if they'd done that for Rag, you know? Like, be like, this is what's in it. Don't add
no
new things.
No Radionatha for Jay on Rag.
No Radionatha. No stupid bitey fish. You know? Make it a little bit more classical.
All right, so we ready to jump in and start playing the game? Check out the Summer Bash, Jay?
One sec. Because a lot of people have been saying that they're fixing Bison, which they're happy about. So damaging thatch
it's
when
the thatch one that's
mounted.
up on there. Yeah.
Display case not displaying cryopoded creatures was fixed. Tooltip information. Fix missing tooltip information on inventory sort button.
Okay.
Fixed lightning inside underwater cave on the center. Fixed large rocks in the lava biome rendering out too quickly on the center. I don't know. What's the Shastasaurus?
It's the big giant fish on the center. The one that takes a tech saddle. The one that you can see, breach the water every once in a while.
Yeah, but they fixed that. They fixed cat animations that caused the paws to stretch out. That's good, because that would have been weird. They fixed various Drakeling animation issues. I didn't realize they had issues with those, but nice.
I'm glad they fixed it.
Fixed Drakeling inability to damage mounted creatures. Oh no. I mean, that's a good thing, technically, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want my things messed up by these things. Alright guys, so that concludes the covering of the Summer Bash and the patch notes update. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really, really great rest of your day. Keep safe, keep hydrated, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheerio, folks!